I'm a starter someday. During his first 2 seasons with the Cowboys, Rogers started 3 games while Dallas was knocked out of the playoffs in 1969 and lost a heartbreaker to the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl V by a score of 16-13.
Confidence is a big part of succeeding in business today. And as Eastern Kentucky's supplier of quality Caterpillar equipment and service, Wayne Supply has built a reputation on the confidence of our customers.
Belfry won both by scores of 87-55 and 93-57. So they've pretty much had their own way against Elkhorn City. But this is a new tournament, and you never know what can happen. Elkhorn City played fairly well in their first 2 ball games.
They've had some matchup problems, Jay, and if you look at the situation, I think they would want to play a much more deliberate style. They're going to be patient. They're not going to take the first shot. They're going to pass the ball 6-7 times to try to make Belfry play a little defense. Belfry, of course, they'll want to get the ball off the board and go. They got the strong guard tandem of Hager and Hilton. Of course, those guys will be looking to pile some up tonight, Keith. And we're going to take a break right now, and we'll be back with more. You're watching WYMT Sports.
We're on the move. We're on the move. Faulkner's is on the move.
That's right. Faulkner's Garage has moved. We're beginning the new year in our newly remodeled showroom at 441 East Main Street. Let us help you make the move into a new old Buick, Pontiac, GMC, or Jeep Eagle. Come and see us at the corner of East Main Street and Maple in Hanford.
Faulkner's is on the move.
If you check the map, you'll find a Happy Mart conveniently located near you. Whether your needs are groceries or a hot meal from the deli, you'll find red-hot hot dogs, hamburgers, famous Happy Mart fried chicken, and breakfast biscuits, all at your Happy Mart deli. And now there's 6 Happy Mart car wash locations to conveniently serve you. You can always take advantage of a free car wash when you fill up with 8 gallons or more. Happy Mart, taking care of you, a division of Coleman Oil.
These are the last few remaining days of Hazard Furniture's gigantic January clearance sale. All remaining inventory has been reduced to 40, 50, and 60% off. We also have thousands of dollars worth of odd merchandise with slight blemishes, all priced to move at below our cost. In addition to these tremendous savings, with a purchase of $500 or more, we'll give you a $50 U.S. savings bond in support of our boys in the Gulf. Buy now and pay nothing with no interest for 6 full months. That's Hazard Furniture, where nobody beats our deals.
Elkhorn City and Belfry. But first, we're going to have the national anthem. Singing the national anthem will be a junior at Knott County Central High School. Jim, her name is Stephanie Smith, and we're ready to go. jump will be Kevin Hunt. He's a 6'3", 180 junior for Belfry, and Tyler Bailiff for Elkhorn City, and Belfry controls the tip. We are underway. Sean Hager runs things for Belfry out front. J.J. Hilton is the other guard to watch for the Pirates. Fantastic tandem in the backcourt for Coach Raymond Justice, who has his club at 13-7.
Yeah, a little surprised that Elkhorn City opened up in the man-to-man. They have been beaten pretty handily by Belfry. I kind of figured we might see some gimmick defenses from Coach McCoy.
Well, one thing you're going to see a lot of is what you just watched right there. A fellow by the name of Rod Spradlin loves to get dirty playing this game. He will dive for loose balls. He had an amazing play last night on a slap ball away and then made a great save that led to an Elkhorn City bucket. He's a heads-up player. And as we talked about Elkhorn City, it is J.J. Hilton getting the 15-foot baseline jumper to go. 7:20 to go. Belfry gets on the board first. They lead 2-0.
We've got a battle here between a couple of the leading scorers in that tournament, Jay. J.J. Hilton just took the lead. He's got 44 points. Tyler Bailiff with 43. So we'll see how that works out. A couple of fine individual players.
Boy, nice move inside by the big man, number 54, Jim Dotson. Little hesitation move to pull the defense by him, and then he put it up off the glass to make it a 4-point Belfry lead.
Dotson had a nice turn. He's got 19 points. Doing a good job rebounding at 13 boards versus Clay County last night.
Well, the freshman Todd Conley's shot was off. Elkhorn City got another one away, but now it's Belfry on the run. Hilton strong to the hole, and he gets his 4th point of the game. And Elkhorn City wants a timeout already, Jim. They trail 6-0 with just a minute 23 gone in the first quarter. It is all Belfry running out to a 6-0 lead.
The savings have never been hotter at Carter Hughes Toyota, and the Camry and Celica GT savings couldn't be better.
Breathitt County enabled his team, which was struggling at the time, to push up to an easy win. So Coach Justice getting good help from the benches. Also in the game right now, 22, Chris Phillips.
Now on the wing.
Elkhorn City has switched back to the zone.
Boy, nice work down low on the boards by Mark Williamson. He gets the rebound in the bucket, 20-8 now. Belfry has stretched their lead out to 12 points with just over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Difficult to rebound, Jay. Difficult to block out of that zone. That time Williamson sort of snuck in there and came up with the two. Belfry going man-to-man.
Elkhorn City having a real hard time finding anything open on the inside. Belfry doing a good job on that man, denying the ball inside.
You tell that the Belfry players have been well-schooled defensively, Jay. They will slap at the ball, and a lot of times they'll slap up, or at least try and make a clean slap at the ball. Timmy Pincher's already come away with a couple of steals in there. Hager almost with one. Gotta love Sean Hager. Had 11 points last night against Clay County, but what a job he did in the second half on Markham, and good defensive player.
Well, that time the outlet pass just a little too far ahead of Sean Hager. Elkhorn City gets it back. The difference so far in this basketball game is you see a whistle and a foul down low on, I believe it was number 25 for Belfry. I'm going to call that on Brett Newhon. That is his first foul. The difference so far in the basketball game, Jim, Elkhorn City is just 3 of 13 from the field, 23%. Compare that to 9 of 12 for Belfry. They're hitting on 75% from the floor, and that will win you basketball games. Elkhorn City needs to warm it up.
How about those stats by Scott State? He's working pretty hard over here, isn't he?
Stats man extraordinaire. Scott's got the calculator going, figured out some quick percentages for us. 20-9 is the score. As Kevin Hunt hit both free throws, it's now 20-10.
And look at Belfry in a hurry the other way, Jay. I think offensively for Elkhorn City, you're going to see them try and slow the ball down, because if they get in an up-and-down game, they're going to be in trouble.
Well, I think Belfry is pushing it as much as they can right now because they know that Elkhorn City's having a hard time getting back, and they're not wasting any time setting up for a shot. Elkhorn City, on the other hand, can't really find an open shot to take. Nice leaner inside by number 32 for Elkhorn City. That is Kevin Hunt. He has 4 points, 22-12, 55 to go in the first quarter. Belfry out in this consolation game in the 4th annual WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic. They lead 22-12, trying to stretch that out. Newhon. And boy, he's just improving on that 70% shooting average, Jim. So far, he's 2 of 2 in this ball game, and they lead 24-12 with 35 to go.
They're slashing the Elkhorn City defense to pieces. Everyone getting the shot in a position where they're very comfortable.
Todd Conley doing a good job going strong to the basket. His shot did not fall, but he was fouled. The foul was on number 22. That is Chris Phillips' first personal foul. And going to the line now for Elkhorn City is Todd Conley. He's a 6'3", 210 freshman, Jim. Boy, he's a fantastic freshman for Coach Randy McCoy. I'm sure he likes the fact that he'll be seeing much more of him throughout the next couple of years. Just a fine ball player.
Had 40 against Clay County, and of course we saw them take on the Belfry Pirates last night, but Todd Conley had a little bit of a rough time of it last night, made some good passes, managed only 5 points, but he had 19 against Buckhorn earlier.
Well, it looks like the shooting percentage, not only from the field but from the line, is also off for Elkhorn City. Mike Fraley, 0 of 6 from the field for Elkhorn City. It's tough to win when you're not finding your shots. And right now, that's what Elkhorn City is up against, as Belfry sets for the last shot of the first quarter. 10 seconds and running, 24-12. The Belfry Pirates lead. Good defense by Spradlin out front. They now get it down low. Jim Dotson puts it up and gets it just before the buzzer. Does Jim Dotson. He had 6 points in the first quarter, pacing Belfry to a 26-12 first quarter lead. We've played one of the consolation game. Elkhorn City trails Belfry 26-12. We'll be right back.
Confidence is a big part of succeeding in business today. And as Eastern Kentucky's supplier of quality Caterpillar equipment and service, Wayne Supply has built a reputation on the confidence of our customers. Confidence in knowing we'll come through with just the right equipment for the right job, big or small. And confidence in knowing that everything Wayne sells is backed by the best and most complete parts and service support to keep you on the job with less downtime. Whatever your needs in Eastern Kentucky, contact your nearest Wayne Supply branch. Wayne supplies confidence.
Come on, guys!
Why is the Polar Bear Club having so much fun this winter?
There's no crowd. The water's perfect.
And what's got them really excited is Pepsi's Winter Cool Collection. 6 great designs that celebrate what some people consider the best time of year.
So come on out! And you'll never need a cooler.
Get them now, because they'll be gone with the snow.
I love it!
All right, we're back. Belfry with a great first quarter. They lead 26-12. They were paced by J.J. Hilton's 8 points. With 6 was Jim Dotson adding 4 apiece for Mark Williamson and Brett Muha. They lead 26-12. Elkhorn City having a hard time finding their shots, but they open up here in the second quarter, hitting right away. Mike Fraley, who was only 1 of 7 from the floor in the first quarter, hits to cut that lead to 12 now, 26-14. And Belfry, for the first time the entire game, has shown a little more patience. They actually made 3 or 4 passes before taking a shot. They never got one off. Spradlin on the other end gets his shot deflected by number 10, Sean Hager. And the numbers on the first quarter, courtesy of Scott State and Belfry, 12 of 15 from the field, 80%. They were 2 of 2 from the line for 100% there. Elkhorn City, on the other hand, Jim, 4 of 14, only 29%.
Well, it's been tough defense played by Belfry. Elkhorn City hasn't had the opportunity, Jay, to get the ball down in there where they just got it. So with a little bit better work on the offensive end passing-wise, perhaps they could get some better opportunities and convert.
Well, those numbers are going to turn around, as they already appear to be. Kevin Hunt gets it down low. You know, those numbers are going to turn around because what you've got is 2 teams shooting on extreme ends of the spectrum. Belfry's just shooting the lights out. Elkhorn City couldn't buy one in the first quarter. Those things tend to even up, and as they do, this game will become closer. 26-18, Belfry's lead, which was once up to 14, is now down to 8. As J.J. Hilton throws a brick, and the ball is going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Elkhorn City, so Belfry will keep it.
Well, that might have touched the red player on the foot as it went out, but right now Elkhorn City has switched to a 1-3-1, Jay, so Belfry will find shots in the corners and at the top of the key. So I would think they'll be trying to work Hilton down in the corners, but let's see.
Well, that time it was from the corner. Chris Phillips hits the 18-footer, 28-18. That was Timmy Kinser, rather.
Crucial stretch of the game for Elkhorn City. They've got back to within 10, and they're getting some good offense.
Fraley gets it down low.
Great pass by the freshman Conley. He's made some excellent passes this tournament, Jay, while his offense has struggled the last couple of games.
Yeah, that one was way off the mark for Mark Williamson, and Elkhorn City gets the board. They're going to bring it up with a chance to cut it to 6. 5:50 to go in the first half. 28-20 is the score, and Elkhorn City misses. And here comes Belfry. Hager, nice pass to Hilton, who puts it in from 5 feet away. Hilton now has 10 points to lead everyone.
With the luxury of the lead, Belfry can send their top scorer, big number 12, J.J. Hilton, to the other end, Jay. And what happens there, they have confidence that their big fellas can pull the ball off the board, maybe get a few snowbirds on the other end for J.J.
Elkhorn works it around. Belfry doing a good job on defense, Jim.
A lot of times, Jay, excuse me, you love to see sort of the banter that goes on among coach and player. Todd Conley, that last trip down the court, took one quick. Coach McCoy didn't like it. They had some things to say, and Todd says, okay, I won't shoot another one, but you see it flies again.
Oh, nice play down low by number 32, Timmy Kinser. Give credit to Hager on a nice pass. 32-20 now, and that lead is back out to double digits at 12 points. 4:50 to go in the first half. Belfry's really playing good basketball.
Sure are, Jay. You remember we saw him against Tate Street, did that game in the Kentucky High School Hall of Fame Classic. And Belfry runs the ball on the break so very well. That was one of the things that enabled them to stay in the game against Takes Creek. Takes Creek tried to put a press on them, and they just sliced through it. So although Belfry doesn't have tremendous quickness as a team, they are fairly quick, and they do get the ball and run.
Right now, Elkhorn City is set up in their defense. Hager brings it up. They're going to look for one. Hilton out top. Now they slice it down low. Beautiful pass to Jim Dotson, and that's been there so far all throughout the first half. Dotson already with 8 points for the Pirates. And credit J.J. Hilton with the nice look to get it low to him.
Averages 9.1 points per game for Coach Raymond Justice, and holds a big key down the stretch because Jim Dotson will have to play well for Belfry to be an effective team in tournament play.
Boy, Elkhorn City just is not getting the roll on their shots. Hager against some pressure. Dishes to Hilton, who makes a move, and they're going to call steps. And that gives it back to Elkhorn City as we're midway through the second quarter. 34-20 is our score in favor of the Belfry Pirates. We're going to take a timeout. Elkhorn City trails Belfry by 14.
These are the last few remaining days of Hazard Furniture's gigantic January clearance sale. All remaining inventory has been reduced to 40, 50, and 60% off. We also have thousands of dollars worth of odd merchandise with slight blemishes, all priced to move at below our cost. In addition to these tremendous savings, with a purchase of $500 or more, we'll give you a $50 U.S. savings bond in support of our boys in the Gulf. Buy now and pay nothing with no interest for 6 full months. That's Hazard Furniture, where nobody beats our deals.
Kentuckian Jesse Stewart said, if these United States were a body, Kentucky would surely be its heart. If he knew Floyd County, he might have said, Floyd County is the heart of eastern Kentucky. Whether you call Oxshire, Harrell, Garrett, Wheelwright, or any place in between home, we know the territory. At First Commonwealth, we treat you like you like to be treated because Floyd County is our home, too.
34-20 is the score. Jim, here's a stat for you. Each team has only tried one three-point shot. And we've almost played one half of basketball.
Of course, Belfry has been able to get the ball down low so very well. They don't need the three at this point. But I think you'll see Elkhorn City try and put up a couple to perhaps slice into the big lead.
Boy, they're finding it tough down in the middle. Mike Fraley doing a good job to get the ball up and over. Big number 54, 6'8", 240, Jim Dotson.
Randy McCoy calls him his best defensive player. Tonight, the best offensive player. He's got 10 already.
But Sean Hager must have heard me. So we've only taken one three. He tries one and misses. Belfry battles the ball around for a while. It goes to Mark Williamson, who throws in his 7th and 8th point of the first half. 36-22 is the score. Belfry now 16 of 21 from the floor, 76%. Elkhorn City warming it up a little, 8 of 24 for 35%. And that shooting percentage is definitely reflected up on the big board, 36-22 with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half of play. This is the consolation game of the 4th annual WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Basketball Classic. An all 15th region, 60th district clash.
Crucial 3 minutes of play for the Cougars. They'll have to be very deliberate. If they could get in down by 10, I think they'd be very happy. They haven't really played that well on the defensive end this quarter.
Jim Dotson with the nice block down low. Elkhorn City gets the ball back, and now their shot is taken over by Belfry. Hager quickly down to Hilton for the 18-footer from the corner. It's going to be off, and down for the rebound is number 40, Mark Williamson. What a game he's playing, cleaning off the window down low. He now has 10 points, 38-22. Belfry continues to get their offensive rebounds and put them back up and in.
Williamson doing a good job on defense, too. He's taking Tyler Bailiff the whole way this first half.
You know, that time the three from Joey Thacker, who was into the game for Elkhorn City, was no good. And Belfry brings it back and misses on their end. Timmy Kinser from the corner was off. 38-22, just under 2 to play in the first half. Boy, Elkhorn City just ice cold right now. J.J. Hilton to get it down low to Jim Dotson, but he took steps, and Elkhorn takes over 38-22, a 16-point lead. Jim Frazier, Jay Crawford, Keith Casebold, and the WYMT crew here at the Knott County Central Gymnasium. 1:40 to play in the first half, a 16-point lead for the Pirates.
The last time these teams met, Jay, 24 points for Tyler Bailiff and 16 for Fraley. Fraley's doing pretty well. He's got 10 so far, but Tyler Bailiff only with 6, and he'll have to open it up.
Oh, what a job by Jim Dotson on the block. He got another one, but they're going to get it for a foul. Looked like he had all basketball, but he's going to be whistled for the personal. He's doing a good job, Jim, of containing the inside game of the Elkhorn City Cougars. He's really frustrating Tyler Bailiff, who just has 6 down low. Also, it's going to be very difficult for Cougars to establish that game with the presence of the big man, 6'8", 240, just a junior, Jim. He's going to be back next year for Coach Raymond Justice.
Most of those fellas will. The only seniors on the team are Mark Williamson and Timmy Kinzer, so they will have some good talent coming back. Both of the guards coming back. What a guard tandem they'll have with Hager and Hilton. Very comfortable with one another. They look for one another, and that's where the strength of their team will lie next year.
Hilton trying to penetrate. Nice dish down low. Mark Williamson didn't get the first one, but battled for the rebound and threw it back up and in. Coach Randy McCoy not at all happy with the number of shots that Belfry's getting per possession.
It was the key 3 minutes coming down. They were down by 12. If they could have managed to cut into it, maybe down to 8 or so, it would have been great. As it is, Belfry pushed the lead up to 16, looking to make it 18, Jay.
Williamson doing a great job on both ends, getting the rebounds. That time his shot was blocked, but he's going to get the foul.
Mark Williamson, a pretty good tight end and punter for Coach Philip Haywood in the past couple of years. Lots of the Belfry players play football as well.
40-20.
Tyler Bailiff's first personal foul, and one of the few things that hasn't dropped for Belfry, a free throw there by Williamson.
He throws the second one up and in. He's got a good game going. He's got 13 in the first half. Just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. 41-24 is the score in favor of Belfry.
Guess they'll go for one here, Jay. Maybe try and set up a three-point opportunity for perhaps Joey Thacker. He had 4 3-pointers last night at 14 points. Why not one more?
Well, right now they would really like to get a 3. That would cut this lead to 14, and they throw it up, and it goes down. Jim, you hit the nail on the head, my friend. And Belfry throws one up in desperation, but cannot get it in. Jim, you were exactly right. Thacker took a 3-pointer and hit it. 41-27 is our halftime score. We've played half of the consolation game. Right now, it's all Belfry. They lead the Elkhorn City Cougars 41-27.
Our preliminary rounds in the 3-point play giveaway have now been completed, and this Tuesday during Mountain News at 6, we'll have our grand prize drawing. 7 lucky people will win a trip for 2 to see the Wildcats and the Gators play in Florida, plus a trip to the MGM theme park and much, much more. There will be a grand prize winner from each of these Super 6 best quality Ford dealers. That's the 3-point play giveaway. Watch for the grand prize drawings Tuesday during Mountain News at 6 o'clock on WYMT.
You gotta do it yourself, feeling.
Get something done today without getting those building supply blues.
You wanna get something done today.
Now you can get something done, and all it takes is one stop at any Clay Building Supply location, because at CBS, customer service is what we do better than anyone else in the building supply business. And with locations in London, Manchester, and Burning Springs, we're always close by. Come see us.
Now you can.
Come on, guys!
Why is the Polar Bear Club having so much fun this winter?
There's no drought. The water's perfect.
And what's got them really excited is Pepsi's Winter Cool Collection. 6 great designs that celebrate what some people consider the best time of year.
So come on out.
the cooler.
Get them now, because they'll be gone with the snow.
I love it!
Come join us March 8th, 9th, and 10th for the 4th annual WYMT Sport Boat and RV Show. This year's show promises to be the biggest and best ever, with exhibitions including boats, travel, fitness, recreation, fishing equipment, ATVs, campers, RVs, and much more. Returning to this year's show is one of the finest communicators in the field of fishing today, nationally renowned fishing expert Billy Westmoreland, who will be at Hazard for the weekend performances.
Come see me at WYMT Boat, Sport, and RV Show.
Hello, I'd like to welcome our viewers to the live telecast of the 4th annual WYMT TV Wayne Supply Mountain Basketball Classic. The concept of this exciting event was the original idea of Kentucky Central Television's president, Ralph Gabbard, and it was nurtured in a series of meetings in which WYMT TV listened to many from our mountain communities. For 4 years, this tournament has brought together 8 of the outstanding basketball teams from KHSAA Regions 13, 14, and 15, with 4 teams performing twice on live television to a potential audience of 200,000 East Kentucky households. We recognize the tremendous value high school athletic competition has for our young students. The tradition and heritage of mountain basketball is a source of pride for us all. We feel the gathering of mountain neighbors for a common purpose at an athletic event can enhance relations for the benefit of the entire region, and WYMT joins Wayne Supply in a commitment to the recognition of and rewarding of outstanding mountain students. Proceeds from ticket sales and tournament programs fund up to 9 $1,000 scholarships to Eastern Kentucky scholars. A number of Kentucky colleges and universities have pledged to match that $1,000 scholarship, not only for the first year, but continue it at many of these schools for the remaining 3 years of our students' education process. The combination of all these efforts and resources has enabled this tournament to generate $76,000 that has gone directly to East Kentucky schools and students. My heartfelt thanks to the WYMT Mountain Basketball Classic Committee, whose members have given long hours of their time and their knowledge to make all aspects of this tournament possible. A great debt of gratitude is due to the following individuals who represent that Mountain Classic Committee. From the 13th Region, Bill Adams, Pineville; John Broom, Williamsburg; Earl Cole, Barberville. From the 14th Region, Vesper Singleton, Hindman, the committee's chairman; Cat Sizemore, Hazard; and Jim Benton, Beattyville. From the 15th Region, Virgil Osborne, Virgie; Bill Hall, Paintsville; and Paul Hughes, Prestonsburg. The tournament manager is Tommy Hall, the athletic director of Knott County Central High School in Hindman. Above all, thanks to you, the fans of mountain basketball, because it's your support that will sustain this tournament's success. Enjoy the telecast.
For the ride of your life, see Cardinal Chevrolet Cadillac Geo for a 91 Caprice. The new 91 Chevrolet Caprice has a luxurious new style all its own, challenging the world's finest sedans with advanced technology at a Chevrolet price. The new larger, wider Caprice offers a smooth ride for 6. Features like anti-lock brakes, airbags, and great mileage make the 91 Caprice a safe and practical choice. Cardinal has a large selection of these classic beauties. Come test drive an all-new 91 Caprice at Cardinal Chevrolet Cadillac Geo, Hazard, Kentucky.
If you are in the need for quality used automobiles, engines, transmissions, or parts, call Shepherd's Auto Salvage in Manchester at 1-800-521-3896. Now carrying both foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Shepherd's can find what you need quickly in their huge inventory of late model vehicles. Shepherd specializes in small trucks and four-wheel drives, and we now feature rebuildable wrecks. Call us today at 1-800-521-3896 for Shepherd's Auto Salvage in Manchester.
Confidence is a big part of succeeding in business today. And as Eastern Kentucky supplier of quality Caterpillar equipment and service, Wayne Supply has built a reputation on the confidence of our customers. Confidence in knowing we'll come through with just the right equipment for the right job, big or small. And confidence in knowing that everything Wayne sells is backed by the best and most complete parts and service support to keep you on the job with less downtime. Whatever your needs in Eastern Kentucky, contact your nearest Wayne Supply branch. Wayne supplies confidence.
run down the halftime stats. Let's start with the shooting percentages. If we can get that on the screen, Belfry shooting 68% compared to just 35% to Elkhorn City. Apparently we don't have that. Free throws, both teams 75%. Rebounds, it's in favor of Belfry, 19 for Belfry. Elkhorn City with 14. Turnovers, 6 for the Pirates, 5 for the Cougars. We'll give individual scoring as the second half begins. Right now we're going to go down on the floor where Keith Casebolt is standing by with a special guest. Keith?
Thank you very much, Jay Crawford. I do have a special guest, someone we're very proud to talk with here at halftime, Bill Terry, with the independent coal operators of Knott, Letcher, and Perry County. And first of all, Mr. Terry, thank you so much for the contribution toward the scholarships of this tournament.
Well, you're certainly welcome, and it's always a pleasure to help kids. And as a former teacher, and my background has been in education, and now I'm involved with the Knott, Letcher, Perry Coal Association, and we see a need to help kids, and we see a need for education, especially in trying times. The coal industry has become very technical, and we support education. We would like, or we take every opportunity we get to help our school.
And the great thing about the WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, sponsored this year by Pepsi, is the fact that we can highlight great talent such as you see on the court tonight, plus be concerned about the academics. And, sir, I thank you so much.
Well, you're certainly welcome.
Bill Terry, our guest at halftime. We'll return, and right now it's the Belfry Pirates leading Elkhorn City 41-27 at halftime.
The savings have never been hotter at Carter Hughes Toyota with 10 models under $10,000. We're talking Carter Hughes Toyota Tercels and Corollas. Toyota Tercel, the lowest price two-door sedan. Or check out Corolla, Toyota's trouble-free subcompact. Now with option savings and factory-to-dealer incentives. Carter Hughes Toyota, US 23 North Prestonsburg. No one will sell you a new Toyota for less. No one.
Bernadette Locke.
One of my responsibilities at UK is helping the players plan their futures, so I know the importance of getting a good start. That's one reason I'm impressed with your bank's efforts to encourage young people to start saving now for college. Citizens Bank and Trust has developed a special program to help, and it's a real plus. It's another way Citizens Bank in Hazard continues to look for ways to help you get the most from your bank.
Thank you, Coach Bernadette Locke.
Come on, guys!
Why is the Polar Bear Club having so much fun this winter?
There's no clouds. The water's perfect.
And what's got them really excited is Pepsi's Winter Cool Collection. 6 great designs that celebrate what some people consider the best time of year.
So come on out! And you'll never need a cooler.
Get them now, because they'll be gone with the snow.
I love it!
A look at the halftime stats, Jay. Belfry Pirates and Elkhorn City Cougars. You can see the Pirates sizzling at 68%, while the Cougars struggle at 35%. Free throws even at 75%. Rebounds, the Pirates got up on the big ad, but actually the Cougars managed to scrap back within 19-14. Turnovers, 6 for Belfry and 5 for the Cougars.
All right, we're set now for the second half to begin. 41-27 is the score. Belfry takes the ball first, trying to stretch out that lead, which is now 14. It was up to as many as 16. They have a chance to equal that lead with a bucket here.
Switch to the 2-3 rather than the 1-3-1, and still doesn't do much, Jay. You saw Kinzer get in easily down low and put it in from the lane, but the 1-3-1 had given up too many shots down in the corner, so they switched to the 2-3.
Good job that time down low by Tyler Bailiff. He now has 8 points.
Big second half for Bailiff. He rips off the board. Elkhorn City will have to make some passes, I think, Jay, and once again be a little bit more deliberate.
Well, they're going to whistle a foul on Jim Dotson. He went up, blocked the shot, may have made a little bit of contact. That is his 3rd personal foul, and that is not what Coach Raymond Justice wanted to see happen early in the 3rd quarter, because now the inside game, which has really been very effective defensively for the Pirates, could be in jeopardy with Dotson picking up his 3rd personal. Mike Fraley now has 11 points as he puts the first one up and in. 30-43. Belfry up by 13. And Fraley misses the second one, but down on the rebound is number 34, Todd Conley, and that, Jim, is his first point of the basketball game, and it comes with already a minute gone in the third quarter.
Important points. Perhaps the freshman can get off the schneid now.
He showed good hustle, too, going through the lane to get the rebound on the miss, and right back is Sean Hager. He fires the three-pointer, and Jim, those are his first points of the game.
Teams now finding their shooting eye. Of course, Belfry pretty much had the eye in the first half, but Elkhorn City kind of heating up a little bit.
46-34 is the score. Belfry with another turnover. Elkhorn City runs it out. Bailiff has to slow it down. Now they get it back to him. Baseline, his 15-footer is good, and he's warming up quickly with 6 points already in the first minute and a half of the third quarter. The lead is now down to 10, 46-36, as the Cougars have quickly scored 8 points in the early going of the third quarter.
Bailiff has a lot of skills, Jay. He's got good size and a nice touch. I like 52 for the White.
A reach in and a foul on number 12, Rod Spradlin, for the Cougars. They were hoping to get another turnover on the miss from Belfry, but Spradlin just a little too over-aggressive. That's his first personal, and by the way he plays, for that to be his first foul, shows amazing restraint. He's a 100% effort player all the time, Jim.
Without question, and see the turnovers now even at 6 apiece.
Belfry with perimeter passing, and Hilton gets his shot knocked away by none other than Rod Spradlin from behind. Heads-up play.
There he gets the opposite number with the block. Actually, we wish we had the instant replay. Last night, J.J. Hilton, Jay, made a block on the block of the goal as one of the Clay County's players was going under. I think it was Markham. J.J. came from behind and went all the way up to the square to block it, and that time he gets the trick turned on him.
Elkhorn City was, until that shot, 4 of 4 from the floor. They are now 5 of 6 from the floor in the third quarter. Give the bucket to Mike Fraley. He now has 13 points. 46-38. Elkhorn City trimming that lead to 8 points, and they've done it by shooting 5 of 6 from the floor in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. Boy, nice look inside. J.J. Hilton gets his first points of the third quarter in close. It's back out to 10 points.
That's the way to beat the 2-3. You keep moving the ball, reverse it, and then find somebody flashing into the middle of the lane. That's what J.J. did. They got him the ball for 2.
Conley's shot was no good. Belfry picks it and runs the other way. Beautiful pass on the ground to J.J. Hilton from Sean Hager. His shot was no good, but they give the personal foul to number 34, Todd Conley. I've got that as his second personal foul. 48-38 is the score as Hilton goes to the line to shoot a pair.
The guards look for one another. Hager averaging 9 points and 6 assists a contest, and you can see why, Jay. He distributes the ball for Coach Justice, make sure everyone gets their hands on it. You did allude to the fact that he finally scratched his corner. He really doesn't look to score most of the time, but boy, what a big bucket he had last night as the clock ticked down.
50-38, Belfry by 12. Conley with a strong move inside, give him the basket, and he draws the foul. Nice play by the freshman.
Took it to the hole and got fouled. That's the kind of play that the Cougars need to get back in this thing. Chance to cut it to 9 now.
Timmy Kinster whistled with the personal foul, and that sends Conley to the line. He was held scoreless in the first half. He now has 4, trying to make it 5, and with the emergence of Todd Conley in this basketball game, Elkhorn City could quickly climb right back in it. 41-50, down to 9 now. 4:35 to go in the third.
Elkhorn City will switch up to looks like a 1-3-1 now, and don't know, Jay. Looks like they had more success with the 2-3, but let's see.
9-point lead. Belfry trying to stretch it out. J.J. Hilton from 18 finds the bottom.
A little confused, I think, on the defense that time. Didn't know whether they were in the 2-3, 1-3-1. Got a little mix-up. J.J. burned him.
Well, Tyler Bailiff comes right back, though. He has 8 points already in the third quarter. We're just halfway through with the third quarter, 52-43, and both teams have really shot the basketball well here in the second half. Conley almost on the steal. They work it back around. Loose ball. Belfry maintains possession. It goes back into the lane, and on the miss was Timmy Kinzer. Elkhorn brings it the other way. Bailiff down low, can't get it. Here comes Hilton and Belfry. Oh, nice pass, but there to come up with the steal was Mike Fraley, and Elkhorn City now playing pretty good defense. J.J. Hilton's going to be whistled with the foul. That will send Elkhorn City back to the line. Number 32, Kevin Hunt, will go there and shoot a pair. 52-43 is our score. We've got 3:35 to go in the third quarter. We're going to take a timeout with the Belfry Pirates in front of the Elkhorn City Cougars by 9 with 3:35 to go in the third quarter.
Confidence is a big part of succeeding in business today. And as Eastern Kentucky's supplier of quality Caterpillar equipment and service, Wayne Supply has built a reputation on the confidence of our customers. Confidence in knowing we'll come through with just the right equipment for the right job, big or small. And confidence in knowing that everything Wayne sells is backed by the best and most complete parts and service support to keep you on the job with less downtime. Whatever your needs in Eastern Kentucky, contact your nearest Wayne Supply branch. Wayne supplies confidence.
Dad, I love you and Mom a lot, but sometimes. Now look, the 55 Plus Club at Pikeville National has all kinds of benefits, like no monthly fee on regular checking, no issue charge on cashier's checks or money orders, travel and merchants discounts, an ID card with your picture on it. You already joined.
Yep.
Mom too, I suppose? By the way, where is Mom?
Aerobics class. Now, when do we get to see those free $10 savings accounts for each newborn grandchild?
Oh, Daddy.
52-43, a 9-point Elkhorn City, or Belfry lead, rather. 3:35 to go, and as we pick up play at the line for Elkhorn City is Kevin Hunt. He will shoot a pair. Hunt with 8 points in the first half, yet to score here in the second. He now is still yet to score as he throws the first one off the face of the rim.
Averages 8 points and 6 rebounds a contest for the Cougars. And Jay, how about this for a stat? In the first 15 games, Kevin Hunt had 8 turnovers. Wow. And that's taking care of things. A solid player for Coach McCoy.
Third quarter, Belfry 4 of 6 from the floor, 67%. Elkhorn City 7 of 10. They've really turned it around. They're shooting 70% now in the third quarter. Nice shot there by Brett Uhad. Jim, I don't think he's missed today. I think he's 3 for 3. We talked about a shooting percentage earlier in the day, 70%. He continues to burn it up. Nice movement down low for Elkhorn City, but they're going to lose the basketball. 2-on-1 break. Hager is stripped of the basketball by Rod Spradlin. He's going to be whistled for the personal. 54-44, 10-point Belfry lead, and that will send Sean Hager to the line.
Well, you're going to get him with the foul out on the floor. You get a good look there at Coach Randy McCoy. The jacket is off, the dapperly dressed Cougar mentor, but see both of these coaches working awfully hard.
Oh, nice ball movement that time. They got it down inside to Mark Williamson, but again, whistle and a foul. And
they just had it out of bounds that time on Fraley. He was standing out of bounds when he did manage to make contact.
On the loft end to Hager. He pulls up from 10 feet, can't find it. Williamson battles down low and throws it back up and in. 15 now for Williamson. He's played fantastic on both ends of the floor for Coach Raymond Justice.
Gotta like that kid. The strongest defender on the inside for Coach Justice.
That time, good job by Elkhorn City to get the lob over the penetration on the defense for Belfry. They come up with a bucket. Leads back down to 10, but Brett Uhad scores again for the Pirates. He has 8 points.
Two of the same type situations on both ends of the floor, Jay. Just the weak side help could not get there. The buckets came home.
Nice look that time by Todd Conley to get it to Tyler Bailiff down low. Bailiff now with 12 points in the third quarter, and that keeps it a 10-point Belfry lead, 58-48. Both teams, Jim, shooting extremely good basketball.
Sure are, and the thing I'm most impressed about with the freshman Conley is his ability to pass. He has managed to find open teammate after open teammate, and even though he's had the bad shooting luck, a lot of younger players, Jay, will get down and maybe not make the good pass. Conley's having a nice time.
Williamson is first, gets the rebound, and is fouled, and that is going to be on Todd Conley, and I've got him with 3 personals now. So that puts him with 3 personals. Todd Conley for Elkhorn City, and for Belfry, Jim Dotson has 3 personals. He has been on the Pirates bench now for several minutes here in the third quarter. 58-48, $1:53 to go in the third.
I think Belfry and Knott County Central are the deepest teams in our tournament, Jay. Of course, Clay County could certainly be termed the best because they've beaten both of those teams, but you know, I think Belfry and Knott County have more players that can come in.
Bailiff on the miss. Nice job underneath by number 40.
What a tip.
Elkhorn City. Well, that was a nice play for Elkhorn City. Todd Conley getting the tip up and in. He's got 7 points, all coming in the third quarter. 59-50, a 9-point Belfry lead. 1:25 to go in the third. Another turnover. Elkhorn City with a chance to cut that lead, which has been as many as 16 points, down to 7, possibly down to 6 with a 3-pointer.
Elkhorn City passing the ball much better, forcing the defense into different areas, and the Cougars are coming back.
Rod Spradlin with his first points of the game, and they are big ones. A 3-pointer cuts it to 59-53, a 6-point lead. Elkhorn City has worked 10 points off that lead. Beautiful pass by Hilton down low to number 25, Brett Muha, and I have Brett 5 of 5 from the floor, Jim. He has 10 points, but what a look by J.J. Hilton.
Good little hook pass. Hager got it started with the good bounce pass to Hilton, filling the lane.
Elkhorn City having some more tough shooting luck. Hilton on the run out. He's going to pull up, throws it in off the glass. And just that quickly, the Belfry Pirates stretch that lead back out to 10 points with back-to-back buckets. 20 seconds to go, third quarter. And whistled for the foul was number 40 for Belfry. We'll get him on the push. Mark Williamson, 63-53. Now 20 to go in the third quarter. Elkhorn City with a chance to work that lead before we head into the fourth quarter. Well, this has been a fine played basketball game from both sides. Off the miss, Elkhorn City just having some rough shooting luck. 4 shots, ball batted around, finally recovered. And we've got a call on number 10 for Belfry, Sean Hager. That is his second personal. Good heads-up play, Jim, by the Elkhorn City Cougars.
Man, they are letting a play on the inside. Officials Keith Clary and Mike Goins, and opportunity after opportunity. Good tips by Conley. Also 32 Hunt in there, Bailiff, and what do you know? Winds up with an opportunity now for a couple of foul shots. I think the shot was probably a little quicker than Coach McCoy wanted, because now Belfry with the opportunity for a 2 or a 3 to push the lead back up above 10. It was 14 as we entered this third frame.
63-53, and it stays that way as Conley misses both free throws. Gives Belfry a chance to stretch that lead now. And the last second shot from number 22, Chris Phillips, is good. Actually, this is the last second shot. Chris Phillips hits just before the end of the third quarter. That's his first bucket of the night, and it gives the Belfry Pirates a 12-point lead. We've played 3 quarters of the consolation game. Belfry leads Elkhorn City 65-53.
Come on, guys!
Why is the Polar Bear Club having so much fun this winter?
There's no crowd. The water's perfect.
And what's got them really excited is Pepsi's Winter Cool Collection. 6 great designs that celebrate what some people consider the best time of year.
So come on out! And you'll never need a cooler.
Get them now, because they'll be gone with the snow.
I love it!
Flow
Lowe's Sporting Goods is your athletic specialist for southeastern Kentucky. Lowe's has a complete line of team sporting goods, school jackets, team bags, and a full line of trophies and flags. They also do custom screen printing. Have your school jackets, t-shirts, and sweatshirts custom printed with your school logo. Lowe's has Russell brand t-shirts and sweats in stock in most all athletic colors for your team or school order. With brand names like Nike, Converse, Reebok, and Adidas shoes and sweats and t-shirts, you know you're getting quality. Come to Lowe's Sporting Goods, 901 North Main Street, London.
65-53, Elkhorn City trails by 12. They had trimmed that lead down to as many as, or as few as 6 points, but they couldn't quite bring it. There's tonight's lottery numbers, pick 3, 4, 1, 3, and there's the pick 6. If you're lucky enough to match those, give me a call. Jim, I have to apologize. I didn't see who scored that bucket for Elkhorn City. I'm going to guess Keith or Kevin Hunt. I can only hope that's right. Happened so quickly, I didn't see the shot.
We'll double check that.
Right back on the other end for Elkhorn City is number 34, Todd Conley. He puts the 3 up and in. I think it was Timmy Kinser, rather, for Belfry that scored to start the fourth quarter. 67-56, an 11-point lead. Elkhorn City gets it back. I'm now being told it was Sean Pager that scored the first points of the fourth quarter, not Timmy Kinser. We'll get it right. Elkhorn City shot is off. Jim Dotson back into the game, gets the board, and oh boy, does Belfry have the numbers. J.J. Hilton skies up for the lay-in. Hilton with a fine night. He now has 20, and it's 69-56. Belfry leads by 13. If there's any consolation in this, Jim, in the first 2 losses to Belfry, Elkhorn City scored 55 and 57 points respectively. They now have 56 points, and we've got the fourth quarter to play, but he doesn't want to get close. Randy McCoy would like a win against his 60th district foe.
Jay, there's something you may be able to notice there on Dotson. Look at the flag that's there on the left leg of the trunks, the American flag for the Belfry Pirates, and that's a pretty neat gesture, I think. And certainly in high school sports, not a lot of those things that you'll be finding. I know in the NFL and so forth, but the American flag emblazoned upon the trunks of the Belfry Pirates, and of course, a tough and difficult situation in the Middle East, and takes a little bit of the edge off sports because we've all got our minds on other things.
Well, Elkhorn City actually has a flag on their shoes, so the Cougars also showing their patriotic duty. Mike Fraley hitting a couple of free throws for the Cougars. I don't know, maybe we can get a shot of that a little later, but yeah, the Elkhorn City Cougars do have the American flag roiled on the back of their shoes. Jim Dotson, who just picked up his 4th personal foul moments ago, gets his first points of the second half, and it's 71-58. Todd Conley fires the 3 and finds the bottom. That cuts it to 10, and that is his second 3-pointer of the fourth quarter.
Been shooting in tough luck, Jay, and now he has heated up in this second frame. Got 13, I believe, in the second half.
Oh, J.J. Hilton with the pretty touch. He comes back with his 21st and 22nd point of the night, 73-61. 12-point lead for Belfry. They've led all the way. That one taken away by Belfry on the back. Conley with some heads-up play. He's going to be whistled for the foul down at the other end, and now he's in some serious foul trouble, picking up his 4th personal foul. He is 2 of 3 on 3-point shots. Both of his successful hits from 3 have come here in the early stages of the fourth quarter.
Fouled out last night, and Joey Thacker came in, Johnny on the spot, and drilled the 3-pointers. So Coach McCoy does have some good help on the bench. Should Fraley or should Conley run into difficulty once again?
Phillips hits 1 of 2. The lead is back to 13 for Raymond Justice and company. 74-61. Belfry in control in this consolation game of the 4th annual WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Basketball Classic. Cougars get it back to Conley, and that 3 didn't roll off the fingers the way he'd hoped. 3-on-1 for Belfry, and they're going to get the easy break off the easy bucket rather off the break. Chris Phillips now with 5 points, and Elkhorn City is going to slow it down. Wait for the numbers to get back. 76-61, 15-point game, and Belfry seemingly in control in this one.
Gotta love the way the red team runs the break. Look at them get it out. Hager makes them go from the point
take a break as well. Belfry leads Elkhorn City 76-61.
If you are looking for a new car or truck, look no further than White Chevrolet Pontiac Geo in Manchester. By now you know White Chevrolet can offer you the best in sales and service. And now they can offer you the largest selection ever on new and used cars and trucks. Right now you can get interest rates starting as low as 7.9% and rebates as high as $1,250. And as usual, White Chevrolet offers GMAC financing. So come on out and see why White Chevrolet Pontiac Geo has been in business for over 50 years and why they're your Heart of Kentucky Chevy dealer. That's White Chevrolet Pontiac Geo in Manchester.
At J.W. Cole Funeral Home, they realize that most of us prepare for the possible. Insurance for fire, theft, auto, and accident. All misfortunes that are seldom and may not even happen. Gary K. Justice and staff work diligently to help you prepare for the inevitable. By doing a pre-need, you'll be protecting your loved ones. Gary K. Justice, owner of J.W. Cole, continues the unparalleled reputation that was started by his father, Perry A. Justice. J.W. Cole and the Justice reputation, giving you the best care.
5:10 to go in the fourth quarter. And Jim, the story has been without question the incredible shooting of the Belfry Pirates. In the third quarter, they were 10 of 14 for 71%, and that's right about what they're at for the game. For the game, they are 29 of 42.
Watch them get out on the break. Here they go. If you don't get back, you're going to be buried by this thing.
Boy, J.J. Hilton continues to throw in the points. They get it off the break, and now it's a 17-point lead. This is the biggest lead for the Belfry Pirates. Tyler Bailiff throws it up. Tyler's had a great second half, Jim. I've got him with 14 in the second half, 20 for the ball game. 78-63. If Elkhorn City has any chance of winning, they're going to have to start forcing Belfry to miss shots on this end of the floor because they're flat out burning the nets. Boy, it's tough to stop good shooting teams, Jim. There's not too many defenses that can beat teams when they shoot over 70% from the floor, and that's what Belfry's doing. Elkhorn City picked it up a little bit in the third quarter. They were 11 of 24 for 46%. There's the bucket now from Mike Fraley. Fraley having a good ball game also. Steal, or a bad pass rather, but Elkhorn City just can't convert. Again, they get the ball back. 80-65 is the score. Conley for three, it's no good. Bailiff, 8-foot baseline jumper, and it does not get his bounce. There for the rebound and put back is Fraley. And as I said, he's having a fine afternoon. I've got him with 19 points. 9 coming in the second half.
Gives him 39 for the tournament. Had 20 points in the prior two games. He's matched that total virtually in this one against the tough foe, the Belfry Pirates.
Bailiff with the steal, and he couldn't control it.
Look at Hager, Jay. Look at those guys go.
Boy, right there is a couple of heads-up basketball players. I think maybe the most hard-nosed players for each team. Number 10 for Belfry, Sean Hager, along with Rod Spradlin, a couple of little guys tying up for a loose ball. And that's what you call hustle. 80-67 is the score. 3:04 to go in the fourth quarter, and with that, we're going to take a timeout. We'll keep it here. Elkhorn City wants to sit down and talk this out a little bit because, Jim, with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the basketball game, down 13, especially when you have the three-point shooters of Joey Thacker and Todd Conley, you're never out of a basketball game, and I'm sure right now Elkhorn City is having to realize that they need to get points on this possession right here.
They sure are. Of course, Belfry, a team, Jay, that will be difficult to come back in a situation like this. They do have the good guard play, and if you did manage to score a few buckets or whatever, they could pretty much put it in the freezer. Let's see if we can go in the huddle here with Coach McCoy or either Coach Justice, see what they're saying here.
Coach Justice trying to motivate the troops. 80-67. His ball club has a 13-point lead, Jim, but you'd never know it by looking into the eyes of Raymond Justice. He is a fine, fine competitor. you know, he got a taste of what it's like to go to a state championship a year ago. We talked to him before the season began this year, and he really, really set the goals high for this ball club. He said he would like to see this ball club not only go back to the state tournament, but win a couple of games and make some noise down there while he's still got a good young group of players.
I think they played the toughest schedule in the mountains, and let's see, I'm not sure, that may be a double foul. Let's check it here. No, a foul away from the ball on a pick for Kevin Hunt, 32 for Elkhorn City, but you know, it's just kind of one of those things. The Belfry Pirates have played such a tough schedule. The King of the Bluegrass tournament, they played in their own tournament, Mountain Schoolboy, also the Hall of Fame Classic, playing the tough competition. And here's something I sort of expected. They sort of pulled it out a little bit. They've scored enough points to win this game. And the clock right now, their enemy, and I think you'll see them just work a little bit on their delay game.
Well, that clock reads 2:30 and running, 80-67. Belfry leads by 13, and they are most definitely in their delay game, just trying to stretch that clock down to nothing and claim the third-place trophy in this, the 4th annual Classic.
Good hands by Conley. He took it away from Williamson.
Oh, nice pass from Conley away from the hoop. Finally getting the bucket down on the other end. Nice play for Conley.
Kid's had a nice second half and distributes the ball well. They call him half, and he looks like he might be a little slow, but he's surprisingly quick, Jay, and just a freshman. He'll do nothing but get better.
Got a lot of experience last year as an 8th grader. 80-69, 11-point lead, 1:45. The clock is running. Here's some numbers for you. Belfry in the second half, 17 of 21, 82% for the game. You just saw it. They are 73%. Getting the bucket was Mark Williamson. Bailiff comes back on the other end, gets another bucket. They're just exchanging blows right now, which will not help Elkhorn City. Now they've got a run out. It goes to Bailiff. He's losing the basketball, gets the handle back on it, puts it up and in. And that cuts the lead to 9 with 1:13 to go. 82-73, and Elkhorn City's going to have to think about fouling if they're going to have a chance to get back in it, because right now, at a 9-point lead and 1 minute to go, they can just work this basketball around and kill the clock.
Great block.
Well, they're getting the job done, Jim. Choosing not to foul. And now, Belfry is whistled for a foul, and that's what Coach Randy McCoy likes to see. The clock is stopped, and his ball club is at the line, 82-73, and with the emergence of Elkhorn City's inside game, we've got substitutions now. Jim Dotson comes back in for the last 51 seconds. He's got 4 fouls. And at the line now for Elkhorn City is number 32, Kevin Hunt. He has 9 points in the ball game, 82-73. It's a 9-point Belfry lead. They need both these, Jim.
Sure do. They brought in Joey Thacker, number 42, for his 3-point expertise. But nice run here in this 4th quarter by Elkhorn City. They trail by 12 as we entered this frame. They've cut it to 8.
And you know, Jim, they've done it with defense. They haven't fouled. They've just had several blocks and several forced turnovers. But now it looks like they're still going to come up a little short. 38 seconds to go. They trail by 8. Belfry just works the basketball around. Now they foul. The clock is at 34. And the man they chose to foul was Chris Phillips. And as for Phillips, he is a good free throw shooter. 17 of 23 on the season for 74%. That ranks him third on the ball club behind Mark Williamson. So not the man they exactly wanted to foul in this situation. Nonetheless, he goes to the line and misses.
You put the jinx on it.
So much for numbers.
Fans getting ready for a good championship game. We got the Knott County folks and the Clay County folks getting ready for a good one. Come your way in about 35 minutes.
83-74. Elkhorn needs a 3 badly. They get it inside. Tyler Bailiff is no good, and they get the outlet. Here it comes down to number 22. That is Chris Phillips, rather. Phillips puts it in, and that's going to do it. 85-74. Whistle and a foul on number 12, J.J. Hilton. 85-74, 14 ticks left on the clock. Tyler Bailiff at the line trying to get this below double digits. First one's good. Jim, I'm impressed with Bailiff's shooting. He's a very, very good free throw shooter. He also shoots the ball well from the floor. He has pretty good range for a big fella. He's 6'4", 175. He hits them both. That gets the lead back down to 9 points. Elkhorn City with the turnover. Now Thacker tries the three and hits it. Timeout, Elkhorn City. And that cuts it to 6 points with 7 seconds to go. And Jim, just as he did at the end of the first half, Joey Thacker comes in and throws in a three-pointer. That cuts it to 6 points, 85-79. Right now, Elkhorn City with the quick timeout.
Good play. Bailiff throws in 20 points in the second half. He's got 26 for the game. An outstanding chance to be the leading scorer in our tournament. And they come up with a good steal after his there, and they get the ball to Thacker. And boom, we got 6 points for the Elkhorn City Cougars there quick. Joey Thacker with 6. Had 4 3-pointers versus in the game last night versus Knott County. Elkhorn City is 5 of 10 on 3-point attempts in this game. Coach Justice here is designing a play. Let's see what we'll do. It's from the inbounds. They'll have to bring it the length of the court. So
and then you hold the ball, they must foul you.
Okay, I believe, Jay, right here, if there is a problem getting the ball inbounds, we'll have the guy on the far side away from us. We'll bolt out of bounds. They'll sling another pass, 2 passes inbounds, or out of bounds, rather, to someone if they're covered. Well, Coach Justice is coming up with all the different angles, 7 ticks of the clock left, and a 6-point spread.
Well, you heard his game plan, 85-79, 7 seconds to go. Elkhorn City going to try to deny the ball in, force the turnover that way, but Hilton comes free on the screen, and he's going to be barraged by 3 Elkhorn City players before being knocked out of bounds. 2 seconds left the clock, and that's going to put Hilton on the line. And let's check JJ's numbers from the stripe on the season, 59 of 83 for 71.1%. So really, looking at this Belfry team, there isn't anybody that you would rather least likely foul if you're Elkhorn City, because they're all up in 60, 70, and 80%. Hilton hits the first, and this one is history.
He averages 21 points and 4 rebounds a contest. Also picks up a couple assists, and is our preseason player of the year in the 15th region, and certainly doing nothing to diminish that.
Thacker's last second three was not before the horn, and it was no good, but Elkhorn City played a great game down the stretch. Nonetheless, they come up on the short end of the stick. The consolation game is in the books. The Belfry Pirates grab 3rd place in the 4th annual WYMT Classic. They win 86-79. We'll wrap game 1 and prep game 2 coming up next.
It's good to know that throughout southeast Kentucky, there's a Childers Quick Mart location to serve you. For years, Quick Marts have been there when you need them for gas and goodies and that friendly customer service. Now serving British Petroleum fuel and oil products to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape, and a super selection of fresh-made sandwiches to satisfy any appetite, the Quick Marts can handle your busy schedule with ease. Stop in today. They're just around the corner, and while in Whitesburg, see the friendly folks at Childers Tire and Supply for your automotive needs. Both are divisions of Childers Oil Company.
Tradition, innovation. For over 100 years, Cumberland College has provided a quality education. Our students are our only reason for existing, and we're constantly seeking innovative ways to improve service in academics, in student life, in spiritual growth, in sports, in all areas of growth and development. At Cumberland, we're educating tomorrow's leaders today so that they'll grow to lead and to serve.
These are the last few remaining days of Hazard Furniture's gigantic January clearance sale. All remaining inventory has been reduced to 40, 50, and 60% off. We also have thousands of dollars worth of odd merchandise with slight blemishes, all priced to move at below our cost. In addition to these tremendous savings, with a purchase of $500 or more, we'll give you a $50 U.S. savings bond in support of our boys in the Gulf. Buy now and pay nothing with no interest for 6 full months. That's Hazard Furniture, where nobody beats our deals.
Come join us March 8th, 9th, and 10th for the 4th Annual WYMT Sport Boat and RV Show. This year's show promises to be the biggest and best ever, with exhibitions including boats, travel, fitness, recreation, fishing equipment, ATVs, campers, RVs, and much more. Returning to this year's show is one of the finest communicators in the field of fishing today, nationally renowned fishing expert Billy Westmoreland, who will be at Hazard for the weekend performances.
Come see me at WYMT Boat, Sport, and RV Show.
And there's the final. Belfry wins 86-79 over the Elkhorn City Cougars, and now Belfry is 3-0, Jim, against their 60th district counterpart. 86-79, a 7-point win. Let's run down individual scoring if we can. We'll start with Elkhorn City. They were led with a real good performance tonight from Tyler Bailiff. He threw in 26 points, 20 of them coming in the second half. Mike Fraley had an awfully good first half. They had 19, Hunt with 10, Todd Conley 15, all coming in the second half, and Joey Thacker finished with 6. Thacker should read 6. Rod Spradlin added 3. Jim, why don't you run down scoring for Belfry?
The Belfry Pirates are led by their top gun, J.J. Hilton, with 25. Mark Williamson, nice job by the 6'4 senior with 18. And then you have the 3-10 spots, Jim Dotson, Chris Phillips, and Brenton Uhoff with 10. And also chipping in point guard Sean Hager with 5. Timmy Kinser had 8. And the Belfry Pirates and Elkhorn City Cougars have met for the 3rd time, and Belfry victorious all 3 times. What a game we should have coming up here. Not County Central, Jay. They've got the big guys on the inside, and they've got the size on the perimeter that I think could give problems to Hoskins and also Markham, because they're not the biggest of fellas out there at the guard position for Clay County.
Well, that's exactly what we saw in the first meeting between these two teams. Clay County, having a 4-point lead late in the basketball game, was really frustrated, trying to fight the hype of Knott County. Of course, that's something they're used to. They've played a big schedule this year, played several Louisville teams, and most of them have been bigger than Clay County. The championship game is coming up in about 16 minutes. Again, the final score from the consolation game, Belfry wins 86-79. We'll be back to the Knott County Central Gymnasium right after this break.
Confidence is a big part of succeeding in business today. And as Eastern Kentucky's supplier of quality Caterpillar equipment and service, Wayne Supply has built a reputation on the confidence of our customers. Confidence in knowing we'll come through with just the right equipment for the right job, big or small. And confidence in knowing that everything Wayne sells is backed by the best and most complete parts and service support to keep you on the job with less downtime. Whatever your needs in Eastern Kentucky, contact your nearest Wayne Supply branch. Wayne supplies confidence.
Come on, guys!
Why is the Polar Bear Club having so much fun this winter?
There's no crowd. The water's perfect.
And what's got them really excited is Pepsi's Winter Cool Collection. 6 great designs that celebrate what some people consider the best time of year.
So come on out! And you'll never need a cooler.
Get them now, because they'll be gone with the snow.
I love it!
Folks, I'm here to tell you about Mountain Ford's big used car and used truck sale. We've moved the new vehicles out of the way to make room for more than 50 clean, quality used cars and trucks. Choose from luxury cars, sporty cars, pickups, and utility 4x4s. Over 50 to choose from. Many still have factory warranty. You'll never find a better time or a better place to buy that used car truck than right now at Mountain Ford, Daniel Boone Parkway, Hazard.
These are the last few remaining days of Hazard Furniture's gigantic January clearance sale. All remaining inventory has been reduced to 40, 50, and 60% off. We also have thousands of dollars worth of odd merchandise with slight blemishes, all priced to move at below our cost. In addition to these tremendous savings, with a purchase of $500 or more, we'll give you a $50 U.S. savings bond in support of our boys in the Gulf. Buy now and pay nothing with no interest for 6 full months. That's Hazard Furniture, where nobody beats our deals.
Welcome back to the Morton Combs Athletic Coliseum. Stadium. I'm Keith Casebolt, and with me, the coach of the winning game of the consolation game, Coach Raymond Justice. And, Coach, I know you've got to be happy about the victory, but as you and I were just talking, you're still thinking a little bit about that game last night.
Well, I was really concerned about coming into tonight's game and playing because we had beaten them twice earlier by, a pretty good margin. And coming off that loss last night, that heartbreaker, I didn't know how well we'd play. We didn't play very well. It looked like slow motion.
You're the defending 15th regional champs from last year, the first ever time the Belfry made it to the Sweet 16. I know that's something you're very proud of. I know you want to get back there again this year, and if you do, you're going to have to get by that Elkhorn City club more than likely again one more time.
Well, yeah, at least in in their district. So I'm hoping to get seated on the other end since that thing is at Elkhorn City. So, I think we're going to have to beat them again, though.
Coach, you had Clay County last night. It looked like overtime, and you said if you'd gotten into overtime, you thought you had a win. Tough ball game to lose, but you really had to be proud of your kids in the comeback last night.
Yeah, we played hard. We came out. I think we were a little intimidated first because of the Clay County mystique, maybe. But after the second quarter settled down, we made a couple of defensive. We were talking about defensive adjustments with putting Kinser on Hoskins, and he's a great player. And he's one of these type of the Richie Farmer type backing down the lane. And Timmy's got such great leaping ability that he really altered his shots and really contained him in the second half. But then they got another threat there with Markham that just, they've got two great players there and a fine team, well-coached team.
Coach, great performance. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Coach Raymond Justice of the Belfry Pirates. They win the consolation game over the Elkhorn City Cougars tonight. Coming up in the championship, it'll be Clay County and Knott County. Right now, let's go for final stats from Jay Crawford and Jim Frazier.
Thank you, Keith, and congratulations to the Belfry Pirates. Keith, without question, the story of the game was the shooting percentage for the Pirates, 73% compared to just 43%. Both teams right around 70% from the line. Rebounds just about even, 31 for the Pirates, 32 for Elkhorn City, 14 turnovers for Belfry, 9 for Elkhorn City. But the stat that jumps out at you without question is that field goal percentage. And coaches will tell you that wins and loses games.
Sure does, Jay, but I think if Coach Randy McCoy takes a look at those, he's going to be pleased because his team was able to rebound with Belfry. That's something they haven't been able to do. And also, they only turned the ball over 9 times, forced Belfry to turn it over 14, and I think those are things that the Cougars can build on for next time.
Well, that was a great game. Coming up in the championship game, the 13-2 Clay County Tigers against the 12-7 Knott County Central Patriots. That will be for first place. Right now, we're going back to the studios of WYMT for this Mountain News Update. We'll be back for the championship game.